I just want to say that this video is not sponsored. These fragrances were not sent to me. I actually discovered all of them myself and I paid for them myself. So please do not think that this is sponsored, okay? Guys, these dupes, in my opinion, are the best, okay? I have tested many fragrances. I have smelled many fragrances. And as some of you probably know, those of you that have been watching my channel for a long time, you guys know that I'm very picky. You know, I always try to look for the best out of the best. And so that's just how I am. And I want to share that with you guys. You know, I want to put it out there and tell you what I think performs the best, what has the best price, and what smells exactly like the original fragrance. Start actually with the dupes, which are not the best dupes in my opinion. They're very popular, they're very affordable, and in my opinion, whoever is saying that, you know, this smells exactly like Baccarat Rouge or whatever, is just either their nose is broken, or they do not understand anything in fragrances, or they're just like an ordinary person that, you know, went to a store, smelled Baccarat Rouge, and then they smelled this fragrance and, you know, they think it smells the same just because their nose is not trained, and they probably did not smell a lot of fragrances in their lives. And so yeah, so let's start with the dupes, which are not dupes in my opinion. Let's start with the most famous one. You know, this is a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540, and that is Cloud by Ariana Grande. Now, you guys, whoever is saying that this is like the best dupe, it has, you know, amazing performance, it lasts a long time, and it projects pretty well. A lot of people are saying that this is like #1 dupe for Baccarat Rouge. Excuse me, have you smelled Baccarat Rouge? Because it has nothing to do with that fragrance. First of all, I purchased that fragrance and I ended up returning it to the store because, first of all, in my opinion, I think it's overpriced for what it is. And it does not smell like Baccarat Rouge. It smells very fruity. It kind of smells like a strawberry candy or something like that. And on top of that, it smells very synthetic. Also, there's a lot of alcohol in that fragrance. So when you spray it, there is so much alcohol in there that it's kind of even hard to smell the actual fragrance. And it does have that Baccarat Rouge vibe in the opening, you know, it kind of like smells kind of like it, but it's not Baccarat Rouge. And if you actually smell the spot where you sprayed it, it just doesn't smell like it. It smells very fruity and very synthetic. On top of that, I think the performance is very bad. I sprayed my whole arm with it and I could barely smell it. And I am not anosmic to, you know, like Baccarat Rouge fragrances or anything like that. I know that there are people who cannot smell the fragrance, but I do. I smelled other dupes and I smelled the original fragrances, and I am not anosmic to them. I can smell them. And so Cloud is not one of them. It is just, it's trash in my opinion. Do not waste your money. Do not waste your time. Yes, it's cheap, but there's a reason why it's cheap, okay? And it's not a good dupe. If you really want the best dupe, and it's definitely cheaper than, you know, the original thing, and it has an amazing performance in my opinion. I did not have a problem with it. And it has a great sillage, you know, it does leave a trail like Baccarat Rouge, and it smells very, very similar. Like if somebody let me smell that fragrance and I didn't know that it was, you know, not the original thing, I would think that that's Baccarat Rouge. And so my mother-in-law actually owns this fragrance. This was gifted to her by my husband, and it's called Sunset Ride from All Saints. I'm gonna insert a picture right here, but I believe it is around $70–80. And you guys, I think it's an absolutely amazing price for a fragrance like that, because like I said, it smells very similar, and you know, it has a great performance. Now let's talk about other dupes which are absolutely amazing according to some other people. And those are also Baccarat Rouge dupes. Now, back in the day, I used to think that Sensual Instinct from Montal was, you know, the best dupe ever. And now I do not think that way, because you see, that's what I'm saying. I think my nose is trained now, and I smell different type of notes, and I smell a lot of fragrances, so I can definitely tell apart what smells similar and what doesn't. And so I used to think that Sensual Instinct was like the best dupe in the world for Baccarat Rouge. The thing is with that perfume is that, first of all, the performance is insane. It's great. You're gonna leave a trail with that one. It does smell similar. However, in my opinion, it smells similar only when you get like whiffs of it here and there. But if you stick your nose into the spot where you sprayed it, it doesn't smell the same. I do smell some kind of fruits in it, and it's just not the same in my opinion. It does have that medicinal thing going on, like I said, in like if you leave a trail, if you get whiffs of it here and there, it does smell similar, but especially in the opening, it smells kind of dark, and it kind of smells like spoiled fruits a little bit in my opinion. It just doesn't really smell the same, and so I would put that in like the second place, as a Baccarat Rouge dupe, but it's not the best in my opinion. Now, the third one is Burberry Her. Is it called Burberry Her for her or something like that? The pink one. You guys, this is like absolutely Who the hell is saying that this smells like Baccarat Rouge? Come on. It smells completely different. It smells like burnt sugar, something fruity, berry-like, strawberry-like, candy-like, but it's not Baccarat Rouge. It definitely does not have that medicinal thing, and it's just a different fragrance overall. It smells completely different. I also thought it smelled really light, and yeah, it's just, in my opinion, it is not a good dupe for Baccarat Rouge. It's a nice fragrance, for whatever it is, for its own scent, but it's just not a great dupe. Now, like I said, I think, in my opinion, the best dupe is All Saints Sunset Riot. Now, I discovered this house, and I was really surprised, I'm not gonna lie. So it's actually called Alexandria Fragrances, and I'm gonna show you the actual fragrances and the boxes. This is the box that it comes in with. Now, this is a dupe for Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. You guys, as some of you probably know, I do not like this fragrance. I think it's overhyped. I think the price is absolutely insane. It has a horrible performance. The scent is not the best in my opinion, and yeah, I just don't like it. So when I bought this to see if this actually smells like Lost Cherry, I was surprised. I was shocked. It smells exactly like Lost Cherry from Tom Ford. It is absolutely insane. Now, I used to own some kind of special oil that smelled like Lost Cherry, which it did not. And, as some of you know, in my opinion, Lost Cherry smells very like nauseating. It smells like a cough syrup that's cherry flavored, and I just get nauseous every time I smell that scent. But I feel like that cherry note in it is very nice. It's very like tart, and it kind of does smell realistic. Now, what I like about this fragrance, first of all, let's talk about the performance. The performance is outstanding. It's a lot better than Tom Ford. You guys, it's crazy. If you would like spray this in your room, okay, you would do like 1 to 2 sprays, the whole house is gonna smell, and it's just gonna stay there for like at least 24 hours. It's absolutely amazing. You're gonna leave a trail with this fragrance, and I think this is a lot better than Lost Cherry. If you love Lost Cherry, it's crazy priced, definitely go with this one. And it's actually called Fructus Virginis from Alexandria Fragrances. You guys, oh my god. This is the best dupe that I have smelled for this fragrance. So there is a small difference, not even a difference, but that's just what I noticed. Now, I know that there's an almond note in the original Lost Cherry, and that almond note really shows up, and I feel like that's kind of what's given it that medicinal thing, which I do not like. But with this one, I smell more of that very nice and juicy and tart cherry, and I feel like that cherry stays throughout the whole time. It doesn't like turn into that weird medicinal thing that Lost Cherry does. It actually smells like pure sweet and sour cherries, and you guys, please, please trust me, this is the best dupe that's out there, period. Like I said, I used to own some kind of an oil that smelled gross. It did not smell like it. I smelled another fragrance that was supposed to be like, you know, an imitation for Lost Cherry. And this is the best one, and I believe this is around $100, and there's 100 ml in here, so it's not like Tom Ford where you pay around, you know, $375 plus tax and you get 50 ml. 100 ml for around $100, and they have different sizes. I believe they have like 55 ml or 60. You don't have to buy basically 100 ml. You can go with something smaller, and yeah, the performance is absolutely insane. I was shocked. Like, I was shocked. This is insane. Now, my husband used to own Bitter Peach from Tom Ford, and I absolutely love that fragrance. However, he didn't like it, so he ended up returning it. And so I do not have the original bottle with me, but I know what it smells like because, like I said, it's one of my favorites, and I do want to get it, but I just don't want to spend $375 on it. So they also have a dupe for that one, and it's called actually Better Peach, not Bitter Peach, but Better Peach. And I wouldn't say that this is a better peach. I do like the original more, and I'll tell you why. So with this one, I don't like the way it smells out of the bottle, and I don't like the opening of this fragrance. So in my opinion, the opening here smells kind of like vitamin C powder, something medicinal, you know, kind of sweet and sour. It's that vitamin C thing going on in here, which I absolutely hate, and it makes me like go, you know. But the dry down, you guys, the dry down is absolutely the same. And I also feel like the performance is also better with this fragrance. It lasts all day long, it leaves a trail, it projects very well, and it's just, yeah, I do not like it out of the bottle. But like I said, the dry down is the exact same thing, like the exact same thing. Again, this is also in 100 ml, and I think this is also around $100. So in my opinion, this is the best dupe for Bitter Peach. And, you know, you might not smell that opening that I smell in here. You know, you might be like, oh, okay, yeah, it does smell the same, you know. But I do smell that, and that's what I do not like. And on top of that, I really do want that orange bottle in my collection, yes. What can I do? I do want that. I do collect Tom Ford fragrances. You know, if you're on a budget and or you did have that fragrance, but you don't want to spend another $375 on it, go with this one. Try this one out. I think they also sell samples on their website. You can get this in a sample form. This is absolutely amazing. And I'm very, very surprised with this house because, like I said, I haven't smelled great dupes that actually have, you know, an amazing performance, that last a long time, that leave a trail, and that the most important thing is that they smell exactly the same. So I'm very surprised. Now I have a third fragrance here, and this is a dupe for Effin' Fabulous from Tom Ford, and it's called Fantastic. Now I do have the original fragrance right here, and so okay. So to be honest, I like this fragrance. I know that this fragrance gets a lot of hate. They say that it smells like baby powder. It smells like baby wipes. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. That's what I hear from people. And I did not smell this in this fragrance until my husband wore it a few days ago. And I was like, wow, it really smells like lavender baby powder in the car. That's what I told him. I'm like, I smell lavender baby powder. And so he said that he was actually wearing this. But if you smell this out of the bottle, it smells very leathery. There's a leather note in here, which I think is not that strong. And this is why I like this fragrance, because I do not like leather in my fragrances. But with this one, it's not that strong in my opinion. It doesn't really show up. And yeah, I do like this one. Now with the dupe for it, it is very similar. But again, if you smell this out of the bottle, it smells gross. It kind of smells like a bug spray. But the dry down is almost the same. I would say if like, you know, if you're not experienced with fragrances and you would probably smell it side by side, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. But if you have like a very sensitive nose like me, and you know, you kind of like, you can tell fragrances apart, you know, you can pinpoint out different notes, you might notice a difference. So basically what I'm trying to say is that this fragrance is definitely heavier on that leathery note. So in here it does show up, but it's not that strong, and it's more of that lavender, like baby powder or something like that. It's kind of soft and light, whereas this one, I definitely feel like this is like, this leans more towards the masculine side because of that leather note. It's very strong in here, it's very heavy, and every time my husband wears this, I do smell that leather like a lot, and I'm like, I know what you're wearing today. You're wearing Fantastic from Alexandria, and it's not effing fabulous from Tom Ford. Now, yeah, like if you smell this one out of the bottle, it just smells leathery, but this one kind of smells like a bug spray to me. Not pleasant, but the dry down is basically the same. Like I said, it's just more it's just heavier on that leather note, but overall it's a great fragrance. Again, great performance. I have 3 fragrances from this house, and my guess is that all of them perform very well, and they have like a ton of dupes for like different fragrances. I know there's like for Maison Francis Kurkdjian, like Gentle Fluidity Gold, I think. They have a lot. You should guys check out their website. I'm gonna link it down below. Like I said, this is not sponsored. This was not sent to me. I paid with my own money for this, and I discovered these fragrances myself. So I think this is gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about, you know, Cloud from Ariana. Do you think it's the best dupe? Let me know if you tried Sunset Ride from All Saints. Again, I know it's also popular and it's loved by many people. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.